In today's video, I'm going to be talking about this one topic that creates a lot of concern for some people, and that is about how to avoid weight regain after gastric sleeve surgery. And towards the end of the video, I'm going to provide you with 7 strategies that I have picked up by interviewing many of my successful and unsuccessful patients and also having done my own research. What exactly causes the weight to regain? All right, so there are a few little factors that I will enumerate that are causes of weight regain after gastric sleeve surgery. But before I go there, I do want to mention that the big question around durability of weight loss surgery is dependent on 2 factors. Number 1 is genetics, which is, your set point, your body frame and all of that, about which you really cannot do much. But here is the other thing. The other factor is your lifestyle. It is your, I call it, the mind, body and the soul habits which are creating your lifestyle. And will you believe it, that lifestyle has got a 90% influence on where your weight is going to be in the long term. So keep that in mind. You can't change much of your genetics, but you can certainly change a lot of your lifestyle, and that's what holds a significant power on the eventual weight that you will have over the long term. So let's go straight into the causes. There are 4 key causes that I want to mention which can be a cause for weight regain. Number 1 is medications. Yes, medications can sometimes impair your metabolism and create issues, such as antidepressants are the key offending ones. Long-term use of Nexium or Somac or acid-reducing medications is also known to be associated with weight regain. Second thing, I see a lot of people are obsessed with portion control. That this is the portion I'm having, now my portion size is increased. Well, yes, portion size has got some bearing, but what is more important is what is the quality of foods that you are taking. Are they mostly processed foods? Are they rich in artificial flavors? Are they rich in sugars? Hidden sugars is what I'm more concerned about. Have they got chemicals and preservatives? And those are the things that are more important. Third thing is inactivity. What is the level of exercise that you engage in? And lastly, if you have accidentally suffered an injury of some sort, especially musculoskeletal injury, or if there has been arthritis in the joints and you cannot exercise much, those are the things which will cause a slow but a definite weight regain. So let's talk about what are the strategies that you can apply from today onwards, and there are 7 of them which I'm going to share with you. So let's go through them one by one. Number 1 is diet. As I just mentioned to you, your diet should predominantly be whole food, plant-based. Now, hear me out. I'm not trying to say that just become a vegan or a vegetarian, because I don't believe in those terms. As I've said to you, vegan means, yes, you're not taking any dairy. That's all there is. But what is important to understand is sugar is vegan. Beer is vegan, alcohol is vegan. So vegan by itself has got little meaning. I want you to focus on 80% of your diet being whole food, plant-based diet, which means you're taking fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds and beans, which are great sources of protein. Yes, you can have a little bit of chicken, you can have a little bit of fish, no problems with that. But understand that predominantly you need to have a whole food, plant-based diet. Second thing, water intake. See, your body is 63% water. If you're not keeping yourself hydrated, your metabolism cannot function optimally. So keeping a track of your water intake by having a water bottle which is about 1 liter to 1.5 liters every day is critical. Third thing, sleep. Making sure that you get good 6 to 8 hours of sleep is very important, which means avoiding caffeinated drinks at least 6 to 8 hours before going to sleep, avoiding using screens because it mucks up with the hormone melatonin, which is your sleep hormone. The blue light which emits from the devices or the screens actually, plays around with the melatonin secretion, which can affect your sleep. So having a calm lighting in your bedroom, also making sure that you read something or sometimes doing a meditation, whatever works best for you. The fourth thing, which is very important actually, is stress management. See, we all have different levels of stress in our lives, okay? It's not that whether you have stress or not, what is more important is how are you handling that stress. Because we all know that when we are stressed out, regardless of whatever the trigger, whether it's a relationship, it's your boss, it's your co-worker, whoever it is, if you are stressed out or in a negative emotional state for most of the time, you will make poor food choices. That's how it translates into. So very important to keep that in mind. Fifth is exercise. Exercise does not mean doing a little bit of gardening, doing a bit of laundry, doing a bit of cooking. No. Exercise time has to be a dedicated time. You change your clothes, your heart rate needs to increase, you need to sweat. And that is what is called exercise. So having a good rough guide where, depending on your age, how much heart rate you need to reach up to, and I recommend up to 20 minutes. That's all you need. 20 minutes of exercise, whether it's a high intensity or it is a resistance training or it's on the exercise bike, you choose based on your consultations with your personal trainer. Sixth is self-care. Now, what do I mean by self-care? Self-care does not mean going for a manicure or a pedicure. No, self-care means you got to know yourself. What are your triggers? What is it that causes you to go for food in an unhealthy, reactionary way? What is it that mucks up your relationship with food? See, these are bigger questions to answer rather than saying that I'm just going to go and go on a shopping spree because that makes me happy. That may contribute to self-care, but on a very, very superficial level. So knowing yourself, understanding what is your drivers, what is it that pulls you down, is what I call connecting with your real self. And the last and the most important thing is, I say, friends, developing a morning hour of power. Now, what do I mean by that? Is having a sacred time for yourself that is quarantined just for yourself. What that does is, and I prefer the morning hour because what it allows me to do is develop a schedule for myself, which means I get up in the morning, and I'm just sharing this with you, my schedule. I get up in the morning, 20 minutes I do meditation. Then another 20 minutes I do exercise, which is a combination of yoga, and I go for a run or go for a cycle ride, whatever it may be. And then the other 20 minutes I listen to something uplifting. You could pick your own routine, but that hour allows you to develop a foundation so that whatever happens during the course of the day, you are able to handle it. Anyone who may be passing a snarky remark at you or might be triggering you, it will help ground you, because what it will do is it will actually allow you to respond rather than react. Understand this, friends, weight regain is a big concern on many people's mind who have had weight loss surgery, and revisional surgery is not an easy answer. It may or may not allow that sustained success unless you have addressed those 7 key points that I have made suggestions on. So I hope you got value out of this video. If you did, do like it and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because that will allow me to connect with you and provide you with more valuable content. Take care and stay safe.